One of the great perks about being involved in a film like this, especially loving Lord of the Rings as I do, is that I get to walk on into Rivendell amongst these characters who are coming to life from the books exactly as they should come to life.
The elven refuge of Rivendell is hidden away in a deep valley in the foothills of the Misty Mountains, amongst woodlands, rivers, and waterfalls.
Rivendell is one of the real legendary locations in the book.
I think that's one of the challenges of making a book into a film, or even illustrating a book. You are supplanting someone's imagination with something that they're actually going to see with their eyes.
Rivendell is almost like an ideal community where elves live in very close harmony with nature.
The hobbits have always been fascinated by elves because elves are creatures that are rarely seen, that are shrouded in mystery.
So like people in the Shire have no idea that the elves live in trees in Rivendell.
As hobbits, this was all new to us as well, so we could easily convey those kind of emotions because it was quite different and beautiful.
Director Peter Jackson imagined an ethereal environment of faded grandeur.
Rivendell had an autumnal feeling, and that was partly because Rivendell is actually a society that's slightly decayed.
It feels old and definitely past its prime, which is quite suitable for the slight kind of air of melancholy that there is around that whole area of the elves.
It was this amazing forest with these little tiny, this amazing intricate set kind of plopped down in the middle of it.
The artists looked at Celtic decorative art and Art Nouveau as the starting points for elvish design.
Rivendell has a sort of fantasy, flowing beauty to it, and it's layers and layers, and everything has detail. Every pillar has things carved. Every roof has various filigree, and all the lanterns have beautiful shapes.
Rivendell was filmed on a variety of locations, including several enormous sound stages, an elaborate miniature set, and a large regional park north of Wellington.
Actually went out there a few times and just sat and sketched. That was a lovely experience, actually, just being there in this very beautiful environment. Trying to design a film set for the elves in the same way that the elves would have designed their own habitation, which is very much part of nature.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, there was waterfalls, and just every little nook and cranny was so beautiful.
One of the interesting things is the water in this system is a totally enclosed system that we've brought the water in by tanker and we will take it out by tanker. We can't introduce any of this water into the natural river system because the possibilities of chlorine. So the whole system is a waterproof system in the ground that can't leak.
Rivendell has a huge amount of green, a huge amount of flowers, vines.
We wanted to, as the elves would have done, to have made the buildings kind of fit around the trees so that we wouldn't actually have too much of an impact on the landscape.
I mean, it's just this perfect little magical place in the middle of everything green and alive.
Okay, let's set up, please. Picture.
You know, it's funny because the shooting schedule in some really interesting ways mimics the adventures that the hobbits go through in the books. And so to all of a sudden be able to walk onto a set that was this paradise, this sort of Garden of Eden, this tranquil, lush, beautiful environment, there was no acting required.
Cut. That was good. That was nice.
I think Rivendell was an example of somewhere that felt real, but also totally unlike anywhere that anyone had ever been before.